you've got a hair texture like this, very curly, and you want to have a hairstyle like this, something nice and smooth and straight, or even something like this, the popular kind of TikToker haircut. So there's a bit of a challenge, and I'm going to help you guys understand because I get so many comments. You know, I've got curly hair. Do some videos for guys with curly hair. How do I make it straight? So I'm gonna go over that again today and help you understand what needs to be done. So if you've got really, really curly hair, natural texture, something like, you know, kinky curly or even just wavy, and you want your hair super straight, there's really only one way you can permanently do it, and not permanent like for the rest of your life because your natural hair will grow out. It's getting a relaxer, right? A chemical straightening process, something that is going to chemically change the structure of your hair and make it from curly to straight. There's keratin treatments that help do this. There's relaxers. And do I recommend this? Is it damaging to the hair? It can be. It will for sure make your hair a bit more fragile, and it is risky. It can dry your hair out very much. Some of the keratin treatments aren't nearly as harsh and damaging to the hair. They're actually designed to keep the hair in pretty good condition. Some of them are more designed for just frizz removal and not really getting rid of a lot of the wave pattern. And then you have stronger ones that do actually help smooth out the hair a bit. So there are options out there if you are really like that committed to doing it. And I mean, that's the only way. The second way is really by hairstyling and using tools and products to straighten your hair, which is not nearly as damaging as getting a straightening treatment. Now, if you're using, you know, irons improperly every single day and blow dryers and singeing your hair and just not doing the proper techniques, that also, yes, can damage your hair. You need to be very, very careful. I have tons of videos on how to use, you know, smoothing iron, how to blow dry your hair properly. So you can definitely go over those and use them as reference. But again, if you've got really kind of kinky curly hair and you want your hair to be very, very smooth like this kind of nice flowing type texture, you're gonna have to do one of those two. So next thing is the actual haircut. If you want your hair to be very short and kind of spiky, then it may be a little bit easier to do that with like a smoothing iron, something like one of my new, which I have these available for sale. This is a mini smoothing iron. They've actually been selling quite a bit. I may have 15 or so left. This is $24.99. It's a mini smoothing iron. Extremely, extremely handy for men and women with super short hair. I used to, when I first discovered a mini smoothing iron, like, I don't even know, 15 or so years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing that ever happened because I can use this on people with short hair. So just like that. Obviously you want to be careful. It's a hot tool. This gets up to about 390 degrees Fahrenheit. But this is an option if your hair is curly or wavy and you just want to dry your hair fully. Maybe use a heat protection spray, or you can use 25 spray, you know, something that has kind of a built-in heat protection, and then straighten your hair doing either a one pass or a two pass. Slow and steady like that will help be the best process for your hair. Then you can apply like a smoothing serum to it, a light hairspray, and you're good to go. Don't wash your hair for like 2 to 3 days, maybe even longer. This way you can extend that style that you created, and that'll also help keep your hair in good condition too, so you're not doing this type of process every single day. The next thing I'm going to suggest, that is hair brushes, all right? I sell these two brushes on my website. This is a vent brush. The great thing about this vent brush and why I decided to carry this and promote it is because it's got a rubber grip handle. It's not plastic. It's not going to slide through your hands. This part is plastic, but it is also an anti-static vent brush as well, meaning as you use it, it's not going to create flyaways like some other brushes. And then The thing that you do with this is as you're blow drying your hair, you can actually use this with and in conjunction with the blow dryer to kind of redirect the hair to get some movement into it and to get that smoothing process started. This is a great type of brush to use. And then a round brush. So a round brush is great for someone who's got longer hair types, something like this, maybe a little bit longer. What you want to do is when the hair is wet, you utilize something like this. You wrap it around the brush and then go over it with the blow dryer and just continue to turn the brush until that section is nice and smooth. This is probably the method that I use most of the time if I'm trying to straighten someone's hair. And same thing, use a good product, 25 spray. You can use like my Sleek smoothing serum when it's wet, blow dry it, and then what I like to do as a final kind of finish is I'll use cool air just to kind of seal the cuticle, especially if I'm looking for a very kind of more flat, frizz-free look. And then you can go in and use some sort of product. You want to be careful because when you wet your hair again, and if any moisture or dampness gets on it, it's going to start to curl and frizz out again. So you really want to be careful with whatever product you're using. Another thing is it also helps reduce and get rid of the frizz and the flyaways if you do it properly. Because when you're smoothing the hair with the round brush, the heat from the brush, and this is a great brush because it's a ceramic brush with thermal kind of technology and heat protection, so you're not frying your hair. That's another reason why I'm carrying this and promoting it as part of my line, because I really love the technology with that brush. So you want to utilize that brush to remove the frizz and get your hair straighter. It all comes down to technique. So, I mean, honestly, there's no secret to it. You know, I get so many questions about curly hair and wavy hair. What can I do? If you want to just style your curly hair, the best thing that I suggest is just letting it air dry with product in it, you know, or scrunch it a little bit, use a diffuser if you want to dry it. But honestly, the best way is like set it and forget it. Let it dry, get a good haircut, embrace it. The more you try to mess with curly hair, the more it's going to become a frizz ball. Trust me, I've seen it. So, or even grow it a little bit longer, you know, grow those waves out so they're a little more controllable with products so they can weigh down the rest of the hair. If your hair is frizzy, if it's curly, you hate it, again, either chemically you can do it or by using actual hairstyling techniques. That's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if these tips helped you out. Stay safe and healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos with The Salon Guy.